What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the 5th episode of this competition prep series. We're currently 10 weeks out as of tomorrow, so I thought I'd pick up the camera as a few changes has been made this week. So I thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update. I checked in with the coach on Wednesday and he's really happy with where we are at the minute. However, he does think I need my first refeed of prep. So in a minute I'll go through the reasons behind a refeed, why you should have a refeed, and the benefits from them and the reason why I'm doing it. We're just currently meal prepping. As you know, I meal prep all my meals for the next 3 days. So I meal prep for my 2 training days and 1 rest day. So I'm just currently preparing everything. Obviously it's a little bit different as I've got a refeed coming up, so all the carbs and everything's gonna be completely different, so I'm just trying to work that one out. We've got a few different things ready. I've got chicken breasts here with some random spices that probably don't work well together. Just about to bang that one in the oven. So they're frozen chicken breasts, which I normally use, which is ideal, so I weigh them after they're cooked as they're frozen. I've got the rice for my training day that's not the refeed. I've got my refeed day training rice there, so basmati rice. I've got sweet potatoes which I'm about to peel and cut up in a minute, and I've got my beef lean steak mince in both of those. So pretty much cook all that up, and then the rest of my meals I just make on the day. Alright guys, so I thought I'd just take you through the reasoning behind my refeed day tomorrow, and the benefits I will get from having a refeed, and when you should introduce them. Obviously I've been 6 weeks into this dieting phase already. I've been 6 weeks in a deficit, and my conditioning is coming very well considering we're 10 weeks out. However, obviously as I've been in a deficit, all my stores have been depleted and I'm feeling quite flat at the minute. So my coach decided to put in a refeed. A refeed day is where you're going to be replenishing your body with an increase and an influx of calories. And this increased majority comes from carbohydrates. So my carbohydrates are going to be going up from, on a training day, 350 all the way up to 500. And obviously on a training day, a non-training day, sorry, my carbs are down at like 175. So 500 grams of carbs. I literally cannot wait. I'm so excited to have all this extra food. Literally, it's not even bad foods. It's going to be increasing all my normal carb intakes on the day. So oats are going to be increasing, rice is going to be increasing, sweet potato will be increasing, my cereal, post-workout cereal will be increasing, and I'll also be introducing a bit of granary bread. So to anyone that just sounds like normal food, but to me, considering on 6 weeks of prep so far, I literally am so excited. So this increase in carbs, the reasoning behind it. My protein and fats are staying the same, but the increase in carbs are going to prevent catabolism. As you're going into prep, your body is obviously in a starvation mode. So everything is depleted, so introducing this influx in carbs just for a day is just going to replenish the body, keep it ticking over, prevent yourself from going into too much of catabolism, and stop yourself from burning into too much muscle. It's also going to help hormones, because when you're getting deep into prep, obviously it's not so relevant now, but especially when you get deeper into prep, your hormones, especially as a natural, can go out of whack. So introducing these carbs are going to help get these hormones back on track, just re-stabilize them, as a lot of them, especially like testosterone, gets very low. So bringing these carbs back up is going to help almost boost your testosterone slightly, get your body ticking over, and make sure you're staying on track. Because obviously your metabolism, it's going to help boost your metabolism. As the further you get into prep, you might find you might have a stall in weight loss, where your metabolism is slowed right down. But firing these carbs back in is going to help your body temperature go back up, as it's going to be digesting more food. So that also means burning more calories from a thermogenic point of stand. So you're going to be burning more calories, you're going to re-fire up your metabolism. So that is another great benefit. Also another benefit is psychological. As you get into prep and you are feeling flat, that can quite affect you quite negatively in your mind. So having a refeed day, filling yourself back up, is going to give us a real good gauge of what you're going to be like on show day. Obviously I'm very lean, so that is a great benefit of this refeed day. I'm going to feel right up, I'm going to feel full in the morning with the conditioning still, hopefully. So I'm going to learn how my body reacts to some of these carbs, and it's going to give me just a good idea of where I'm going to be at on show day and how we're going to do things. So yes, that's the main reasons of a refeed. You don't want them too often. I'm keeping it clean. Some people can have bad foods on a refeed day, but it's only a small refeed day for me, so I'm just bumping up the carbs for tomorrow. Then after that, it's back to normal. So I'll show you all the meals I will be having. I won't do a full day of eating as I am at work and things like that, so I'll just take you through all the meals that I will be eating on my refeed day, just so you've got an idea really. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through my calories for tomorrow. I literally can't wait. So we've got 3,426 calories. So that's nearly 1,000 calorie increase than my normal training day. So I'll run you through. So for breakfast, we're going to be having eggs. So we're going to have 100 milliliters of egg whites, 1 whole egg, 2 bits of granary toast with some low-fat ketchup and low-salt ketchup on top of that. We'll also be having that with 100 grams of cherries, 80 grams of oats, so porridge. I'll have my pro oats with 30 grams of protein powder in there, 400 grams of semi-skimmed milk, and a glass of orange juice as well, just to help get those carbs up a little bit. So breakfast is 1,202 calories, whereas normally it's only like 200, so that is going to be so good. Then moving on to lunch, I've got my steak mince, beef and sweet potatoes and my veg. So that meal's still only 613, but sweet potatoes have been increased on that meal. And then my pre-workout meal is going to be 160 grams of basmati rice, which is so much more than I normally have, with 160 grams of chicken breast, with some Nando sauce on that one. So that is going to be a big pre-workout meal, and the pump should be absolutely ridiculous for that session, as I'll have all those carbs in me to fuel the session. Post-workout meal is going to be my cereal, so 150 grams of Wheatos and 500 milliliters of semi-skimmed milk. So that takes us to the end of the day. So that takes us to 503 carb, 222 protein, and 53 fat. What's going on, guys? So it is the morning of refeed day, so I've got to go send pictures to my coach and also my start weigh-in before this refeed day. So I'll prop the camera up beside you, let you know what I'm weighing and what I'm looking like before we have all these carbs and food today. So that is at 83.1 kg, so we'll fast forward 24 hours and see what I'm looking like tomorrow morning with all the carbs in me. What's going on, guys? So it's the morning after the refeed day, and what a day it was yesterday. All that extra food was so nice. The workout in the evening was unreal as well. The pump was unreal, so I'll try and pop up a few pictures post-workout so you can see how the carbs affected me. So I'll go in now. It's the morning after the refeed day, so I've got to go in, weigh up, and send pictures to my coach, and then we can compare the difference on how my body's reacted to all these influx in carbs. So pop the camera up once again so you can see the difference in the weight and the difference what I'm looking like, hopefully. So as you guys can see, I'm weighing in at the exact same weight as yesterday. So I'll ping that through to the coach and see what he says. Alright guys, so I don't know if you can tell the difference from the two videos that I took yesterday morning before the refeed and this morning's refeed, but I'll pop up on the screen the transformation photos from the photos that I took and sent through to my coach. As I can see, a massive difference. I've dropped a lot of water weight around my midsection, so I'm in midsection, and general body fat's got a lot tighter, so I am looking a lot leaner this morning, which is great. Also, I feel like I look a lot fuller than I did before the refeed. I felt very flat, so now I feel a lot fuller. So we know that this refeed has worked absolutely perfectly. It's a great trial run, ready for show day, as I know what carbs my body reacts well to. So that is great news. The refeed has worked absolutely perfectly, back to normal today. Also, this package has turned up. I've been waiting for about 2 weeks for this one. I've had to order it from America as it is illegal in the UK. So I'll grab that one out and show you guys what I've got. so I don't know if the camera's likely to focus on it, but it is Yohimbine. It's going to be a supplement I'm going to be taking. It is illegal in the UK, it's not a steroid, but it will be a great tool to help me get that stubborn fat loss off. If you guys don't know much about Yohimbine, I will explain it in the next few minutes and talk about the reasoning behind why I use it. I wouldn't recommend anyone use it unless they've got guidance of a coach or anything like that. So I'm going to be using this for the first time doing fasted cardio tomorrow morning. So I'll take you through how my body reacts to it and explain the benefits behind it and why I'm using it on this prep. Okay guys, so it's early Sunday morning, it is rest day, so I've got fasted cardio, so I'm going to go do that. So I'm going to take you through what this Yohimbine HCl is, what it does, where it comes from, dosages and things like that. So Yohimbine HCl, it comes from a tree bark on a South African tree called Yohimbi. And you have these alpha receptor cells in your body which prevent fat loss and fat breakdown. So you have more of these alpha receptor cells in stubborn areas. Obviously the stubborn areas are different for different people. So for men it's predominantly in their lower abs and lower back. So we have a lot more alpha receptor cells there, which when you're in a calorie deficit prevents fat loss and fat breakdown in those areas. So what Yohimbine does is it binds and counteracts these alpha receptor cells. So it's going to help you break down fat in these stubborn areas. So it really helps get rid of that fat, for me especially in my lower abs and lower back. So it is very, very useful supplement. It has been tested and proven. However, obviously with benefits like that, there is going to be some possible risks. And that is, some people can react to it. You can get quite high anxiety. So if you do have anxiety in the first place, this definitely ain't for you. As some people have had anxiety attacks and things like that. You can also get cold sweats and your heart rate can go up quite significantly. So just be careful with that. So what the dosage should be is 0.2 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. So for me that would be around about 16 milligrams I'd have to take. However, obviously this is my first time today. I'm only going to take 10 milligrams to assess how I react to the dosage, and then I can increase it if I need to. Not gonna lie, I struggle taking a bloody paracetamol, so it's 2.5 milligrams per tablet. So I'm gonna have to somehow take 4 of these tablets there. So we're probably going to have to go into a time lapse right now because I struggle to take a paracetamol, so I could be here about 5 pints of water later trying to get these down. So probably not ideal, but hopefully I'll be a pro at taking these in a few weeks' time, as long as I don't react badly to them. So I'm going to take these now, head to the gym. It works best on fasted, in a fasted state, so you have to be on empty stomach. As soon as you introduce carbs or food, it nullifies the effects of Yohimbine, so never take it with food. Always take it fasted for cardio if possible, and still stay fasted after you finish cardio for about 30 minutes to an hour also. And it also works most effective, so it increases the effects if you have caffeine with it. So I'll be having a white monster with that one as well before I do my cardio. So I'm going to have to go on a time lapse or something to get these down because it's going to take me ages, and then we'll head over to the gym and get the cardio done. So let's do that. About 4 down the hatch, 10 milligrams. So let's get to the gym and get some cardio done. I can't believe how quickly I've done that. Alright guys, so that's 30 minutes of cardio done. Felt the effects a little bit, probably sweated a little bit more than normal, but nothing crazy, no anxiety attacks, no falling off the treadmill, no heart attacks. So probably up the dose by another 5 milligrams, up to 15 probably. So an extra 2 tablets, and then assess it and go from there. What I do want to say though is that this is no magic pill. This ain't gonna get you fat loss. You need to be in a deficit first to get the fat loss. You need to be in a deficit, you need to be training hard, you need to be sleeping well, recovering well. Don't go thinking you can just go buy this this tablet and you think it's going to burn fat just on its own. You've got to be working hard, you've got to be doing all the work you can first. These are just little percentages, you know, that extra 0.5%. Just to really tap into that extra little bit of fat loss. This ain't something magic. So I just wanted to add that. So I wouldn't ever suggest anyone to take it unless, like I said, they have guidance from coach or anything. Also, another update, we are keeping the calories and cardio exactly the same. We're about 4 weeks keeping everything exactly the same. We're still losing consistent small weight loss, which is ideal really. So I'm still only doing cardio 3 times a week on my non-training days, 30 minutes at 130 beats per minute, which is great because, as we all know, cardio is catabolic. It ain't gonna go build you any muscle. So the smallest amount that we can have, the better. Like I said, because it ain't going to build no muscle. So if we can keep losing weight with the food staying as it is, and cardio as it is, then that's great. And the reason why we are still losing weight, keeping it the same, you might be wondering, is because training volume is increasing. And what I mean by that is I'm still tracking my lifts. I'm progressing on every single lift. So that means extra reps, extra weight, which is obviously going to burn more calories in the week. So as long as I can keep progressing, it's getting smaller each week now, but as long as I can keep progressing, we're going to be burning more calories and losing more weight. So we're 9.5 weeks out now, so it's getting real, it's getting close. And a lot of people ask me, oh, do you like getting up and doing cardio? It's got to be done. So I don't need to be motivated to do it. It doesn't matter if I've got no energy, whether I've got to do an hour of cardio, 5 minutes of cardio, I'll do what it takes. It's got to be done. So we get in and do it. So 30 minutes cardio done. Let me know if there's any other videos you'd like to see on this competition prep series. I know this one was a bit all over the place, but I hope it was fairly informative. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like the video if you haven't. And like I said, let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see any certain videos, and I'll see you in the next one.